BEEBO hungry. Hello, cult members. Welcome to the Pop Culture Cult. I'm Sean.
I'm Janice.
And we're going to talk about BEEBO. Don't you think that shit's not going to happen? But that's the only thing that's really happened this week. So that's all we have for this week. And
yeah. It was very quiet.
Very quiet. Very, very quiet. Apparently, this shirt is a medium. Jiminy crimey. So we are going to talk about a couple of different things. I'm pretty sure we're going to talk about the big one for quite most of this. So just to let you all know.
We're going to attempt to not spoil anything.
We're not going to talk about we'll talk a little bit about the movie, but we have done a full non-spoiler and a super long, it was 25 minutes, spoiler review, and we could have gone for an hour and 25 minutes. So we're gonna talk about Infinity War and stuff like that. But we would ask you while you're here to please subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, ring that bitch, and we were singing it the other day. Ring my bell. Do all that. Subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell so you get notifications, and it helps get us more views. The more views we do, the more content we do, the more content we do, the more views we get. It's a vicious circle of life.
It is. The circle of life.
See, we're singing again. And neither one of us are singers, and we've been singing for like 2 weeks straight. Okay, so here we go. We're going to talk about Infinity War. Like we said, we're not going to talk about spoilers.
Right.
We're going to talk about all the stuff that goes on around Infinity War.
Other than the fact that you need a shock blanket when you get done watching it.
Well, Benedict Cumberbatch is in it, so you do need to have a shock blanket when you get done.
He is.
For those of you who haven't seen it, apparently get in line because I tried again today to get tickets for tonight or tomorrow, and the times that would work for us, both the theaters were sold out.
Nice.
So apparently everybody on the planet has seen it except for China. It opened this weekend for Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So really a 3-day weekend.
Yeah.
It made $258 million here in the States. That beat the Force Awakens record of $248.
Right.
So it made $10 more. It made exactly $10 more.
One ticket.
Half of a ticket. It was a senior citizen one.
There you go.
It made $10 million more. Now, a lot of the talk before, I find the box office numbers very interesting. I think that's cool. We talked about it a bunch on the show. I hate predictive indexes when it comes to the box office.
Yeah. I mean, whatever. I don't know that I have an opinion either way.
I understand why they do it, and I what really makes me upset about it is that it makes it a talking point for nothing, right? You have no clue. They said $160 million.
Yeah.
It made $260 million.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's
but they kind of, I guess, go off of pre-sales, right? And then they have, I'm sure, some formula to add 10% or 20% or whatever. But then you have these movies that come out that nobody thinks are going to do anything, like Jumanji. And,
right.
And they, it'll be good.
Greatest Showman is still in a theater. It's, freaking May, The other thing, too, that makes me crazy about that is it becomes this talking point on a lot of internet shows about, it's a failure because it only opens for 160. Stupid idiots. No, that's not what the conversation is. I understand that the studio needs this stuff, and it's actually a fairly new index. Yeah. Pre-sales of movie tickets is a fairly new thing within the last 5 years.
Yeah.
So, Gone with the Wind, if you adjust for inflation and everything like that, has still made the most money ever in the theater, right?
Yeah.
And everything in the top 10, all but one movie in the top 10 box office ever domestically is run, controlled, owned by Disney, and the other one was Jurassic World.
Oh.
Jurassic World.
Oh, okay.
I saw that today. but worldwide, it made $382 million foreignly, and so overall for the weekend, it made $640 million.
Right. Yeah. I mean, our theater was full, and like you said, everybody's going during the week, and it's not even spring break or anything.
Yeah.
So
well, it's spring break here because the teachers are on strike.
No, they went back today. That was what I heard.
Oh, okay. Well, I heard there were 7,000 people downtown.
Oh, again?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. We digress.
Yeah. The big thing too is it hasn't opened in China yet, so it's going to get to 1 billion in the first week.
Yeah.
And that's the crazy thing. We are going to see it again. It's definitely going to happen. It's
I want to go see it now, but we can't.
It's that timing wimey and stuff like that. It just to give you a comparable, not to throw shade at DC and Justice League. It's not about that, but just to give you a kind of a reference point. Domestically, total Justice League made $239 million, and Infinity War made $258 in one 3-day weekend. Worldwide it made $428. In total it was $650. So Infinity League, make that movie. Infinity War is going to pass that by like Wednesday, right?
Right. Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts? Like I said, we're not going to talk. We're going to spoil the movie, but what are your thoughts? Just about the phenomenon is. Like anybody at work ask you about it today?
Yeah. They were like, I don't know. I was telling you, one guy was like, I'm not caught up on the comic books yet, and I'm like, I don't read comic books, so I'm not caught up at all. I don't read them. You don't have to read the comic books to appreciate the movies. There's been I've seen a lot of stuff on social media about, do I have to see everything before I go see this? Honestly, the answer is no.
You don't have to, no.
But you're gonna get, I talked about it with. It still makes me laugh with Rocket and the callbacks.
And the eye. And it's brown, and he smuggled it someplace. Just to give that the other thing, one of the things that I, at least for me, has been the stuff on social media. There's been a really good job by almost everyone on either my personal page or on the pop culture stuff about not bringing up spoilers.
Yeah.
There's been, there's some people who are out there who are just douchebags and they're doing it anyways.
A couple of, was it Vanity Fair? And
Vanity Fair is a bunch of douchebags anyways. So
yeah, and then there was one other one that did it after
Daily Star or something like that.
No, it was the same guy that did it when Last Jedi came out, and I don't remember what magazine he works for, but or newspaper, might have been like one of the newspapers or whatever. But it's like it's dumb. I don't understand.
Why would you do that? Why would you?
Yeah.
I don't understand. The fun stuff that has been going on social media is people putting out stuff in picture form, not emoji form, but a picture form, talking about the movie and different things that are going on.
Their need for emotional support.
Yes, and there's been some memes going around. I've waited till today. It is now free game. If you're on our social media, if I find a cool meme, I'm going to post it. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to post it.
Yeah.
And do all the hashtags and everything. But it's just been like the meme stuff that's been going on all weekend. I've been laughing at every single one of them.
Yeah. The one that had all the they appear to be pretty random images, but if you've seen the movie,
it's the doctor. I don't want to go, and it's a gun with bubbles, and there's
donut, and dust, and the bunny.
It's so awesome.
Sweet rabbit.
Sweet rabbit. Because Marvel is the king of the world right now, and they have marketing geniuses. Today, on Monday, after you just destroyed the box office and everybody on the planet's talking about your war except for China, they posted the first, well, no, it'd be the second poster, but the real first movie poster for Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah.
And it's straight out Logan's Run.
Yeah.
It's just like it's really cool.
Yeah, it's very 70s sci-fi.
I want a collage, not the big. I would love to have the big movie posters, but we don't have one. But I would like to have a photo collage of all the movie posters come out for Black Panther and Ragnarok and Infinity War and Ant-Man and the Wasp. They changed companies or whatever and got this new run of posters, and they've been all on point.
Yeah.
Better than the solo ones, although the solo ones have gotten better. They also posted out a video today of the cast asking, where was Ant-Man and the Wasp when Infinity War was going on?
Were they there were ants in Wakanda, so that might have been them.
My favorite line in that whole thing is Tom Hiddleston. I always call him Hillsworth. Tom Hiddleston, and he's like, I would have loved to have met the Wasp. Fucking pimp. Just pimp. Perfect marketing. Like, you built everything up for 10 years. You get this big thing. You destroy the box office. Oh, by the way, we have another movie coming out in June. Here's the info for it. Oh, and the trailer, the full first official trailer. I'm so excited. Is coming out tomorrow. So watch for our trailer reaction. We started working out because my wife changed her schedule, and that's gonna be interesting. Overtime, trying to work out, trying to run a page. Will you get independently wealthy so we can run this thing?
Win the lottery.
I'm trying. Please go see Infinity War. I will tag our non-spoiler and spoiler reviews to the end of this video. If you have not seen the movie, watch our non-spoiler. If you've seen the movie, go watch it. That's all I'm going to say. We get, as John Schnapp would say, pretty sweaty on it, and we probably might need to do a 2 after we see it the second time.
Maybe. All the things I learned the second time I saw.
There's some videos I watched, reviews today and Easter eggs and stuff, and now I want to go back and watch all that stuff. So,
yeah.
Came out last week to change subjects away from Marvel. I know there's other stuff going on than Marvel. Hey, there's a solo movie coming out in a couple weeks, and Deadpool
in actually 2 weeks.
If there's not a snapping of the fingers joke in Deadpool, I'm going to be upset.
There's not going to be a snapping of the fingers.
He calls him Thanos in the trailer.
But they knew about Thanos. And he is Thanos. It's Josh Brolin.
Right. And he called him One-Eye Willie in the trailer. And all right, we're going to move on from Marvel. It came out last week that Star Trek 4 is actually getting made.
Yay.
I'm super excited because we like the Calvin Timeline universe.
Yeah.
In a world where you can do Star Trek Continues and have it be successful and it's fan made and stuff like that.
Discovery
on the on CBS All Access. And you can have Next Generation and Deep Space Nine and Enterprise. So you can have all these different universes. I like having this different universes of the Calvin Timeline. I don't know. I'm not a purist when it comes to that kind of stuff. If it's good stuff, it's good stuff, and I like it. So they're going to make a 4th one. But the big news that came out is Paramount has hired S.J. Carlson to be the new director. She'll be the first female director in the Star Trek universe. And she is directed a bunch of the Defenders and Jessica Jones stuff. So she
seems really weird to me because Star Trek has always been kind of cutting edge, right? They had the first interracial kiss on TV back in the 60s, and then they never had a female director.
Yeah, the Star Wars almost beat him to the punch with what is her name? She's going to be first first assistant director for episode 9.
Oh,
and she's black. It's a big deal. It's a big deal that they're hiring her. She's gonna run the whole thing. They have a script. There's no like real information out about the script. The only kind of detail that's coming out is Chris Helmsworth's character, who plays
Chris Pine's dad.
Pine's dad, James Kirk's dad, is going to be in this one. So we're going to be fucking with the timeline again.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. And this is separate from the Quentin Tarantino standalone one. I don't know what's going to happen with that one.
I don't know. They're being pretty secretive about what's, other than he wrote a script, right?
He
or had an
treatment.
a treatment,
yeah.
And yeah. So they're being kind of closed-mouthed about that.
A lot of stuff came out at CinemaCon
Wait a minute.
last week.
Does that count as one of his movies?
It better not.
Okay.
I want him to do a sci-fi movie. I know,
Quentin but aren't we coming to the end? Like, he was only going to do like 9 and he had already done 7 or something?
I think he's got like 3 left. I think he's got 2 left after the one he's doing now with Leo and Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise
about,
and the Marilyn Manson in Los Angeles.
It's not Marilyn Manson. It's
Charles Manson.
Marilyn Manson's the singer.
Marilyn Monroe and somebody else. It's about the murders.
Yeah. It's not about.
It's not directly about the murders. It's set during that time period and
It's like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood or something like that.
Are you excited about this?
About which one?
About
both?
Sure. Are you excited about anything?
Not right now. I'm a little exhausted right now.
Okay, let's start with Are you excited about a female director coming into the Star Trek universe?
Well, yes, I guess. Like I said, it's about time, and I don't. If you've watched any of our episodes, I don't get excited about a specific. It's a black director. It's a female director. It's a blue director. It's a gay. I don't care. Are you good? Cool. Yay.
I now want to see the Blue Man Group direct a movie. Is he blue? This is the Blue Man Group. They don't talk. Just paints everywhere.
Just why is it a thing? Why is it a thing?
Because
just make a movie. Make a good movie, and we'll go watch it.
Yeah, that's we are very simple when it comes to that stuff. If you put out good content, we're gonna tell you it's good content. If it's the fucking Circle, I don't care who directed it. I loved everybody who's in it. It sucked.
Yeah.
And it's okay if you liked it. We didn't like it.
I don't think a whole lot of people liked the Circle.
Right,
it didn't get very good reviews. But yeah, I mean,
I love the way Wrinkle in Time looked. I'm not gonna say because it was a female black director that the movie was shitty. It was a shitty story. The story was shitty. She did a great job, but yeah, I agree. I'm super excited that they're just doing a 4th one.
Yeah, we like you said, we like the Star Trek. We like the Calvin timeline. I really like the cast that they have.
Yeah.
They Carl Urban plays Bones, but not jokey. But he does some of the Bones, I'm a doctor, not an engineer, damn it, or, whatever. And Chris Pine plays a good Kirk, again, kind of does a few of his mannerisms, but doesn't get jokey about it.
He gets that, he plays the essence of Kirk, but he makes it his own.
Yeah.
Which is what I'm hoping Alden does with the Solo role.
Yeah.
I want that essence there. I don't need an exact copy.
Yeah.
And although Simon Pegg nails Scotty, he's the best Scotty.
He does.
Other than Scotty's grandson.
Son. Yeah, James Doonan. And then the Quentin Tarantino one, I'm just not. I think I'm excited. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm finding myself. We love Quentin Tarantino. We hosted a Quentin Tarantino themed New Year's party at our house.
It was a lot of fun.
And people came in costume as Quentin Tarantino characters.
Dead fucking hooker and the guy with the gun in his codpiece
from
crotch gun.
Yeah, and we did a drink menu, and it was Mr. Pink and Mr. Brown, and
White,
yeah. So we love us some Quentin. I want to see him do sci-fi. I want to. He's a Trekkie, or Trekker, or whatever the fuck they're calling themselves now. I want him to do it because he wants to do it. I want when he's engaged and not getting fucked with by people.
Well, and I think that's what's gonna happen, right? He's kind of at the point where he can be that.
My reference point is the last movie he just did, the Cabin in the Mountains 8.
7.
Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight. There you go.
5, 4, 3. Hateful Eight. He spent 10, 12 years writing the script. He sent it out to some people, and then somebody's agent got a hold of it and posted it to the internet. And Quentin's like, stop putting my stuff out there.
Yeah.
And so that whole movie was kind of jaded from that point of view, because his want to be good with it had been out the window, because his story got out there already. And so I just don't want that to happen. I want him to do a treatment, sit down with the writer's room, do something really cool, do a standalone Star Trek movie.
Well, and he can, like, I think we've talked about this before, but he's done some television too. He did
I thought about that when I was in the shower. Yeah.
Season finale, season opener, whatever, where the one guy was buried. That episode creeped me out.
Yeah.
And I think he's done some other stuff too. So I just, like, you think of Django or Hateful Eight, or even like Pulp Fiction, and you're like, I'm not sure what he's gonna do with it. But then you think about, he's done some a little more normal stuff too.
Well,
so
and
maybe
almost all of those movies have a meaning to them. They talk about racism, or Kill Bill was about redemption of a mother and finding. All of his movies have these deep meanings to them, and sometimes it takes multiple viewings to do that. Star Trek is all about deep meanings, so it kind of has.
I don't know if it's quite that deep, but I don't know.
It can be. It's also less, space opera. So that's Star Wars. Last thing we're going to talk about is BEEBO.
La 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 la. Okay. Space opera.
Last thing we're going to talk about is BEEBO. Okay.
BEEBO.
So we've talked about this in the past. We got rid of our cable. We went to the PlayStation Vue app, and
apparently it's pronounced View. We've been pronouncing it wrong.
PlayStation. I will pronounce it however I want to pronounce it.
VUE.
View. We did it because it's cheaper and it gets everything when we get all the sports stuff. And the only two things that we don't get on there is the CW and the History Channel, which I'm really bummed. We're going to have to start watching Ancient Aliens on their app and see how bad it is.
Yeah.
And the CW app is not great. So we've been waiting for the Arrowverse stuff to get done. And the first thing that got done was Legends of Tomorrow. 18 episodes. Take out the Crisis on Infinite Earths, or Crisis on Earth X.
Yeah.
So it was 17 episodes. I want them to put that 4-piece together as one big movie on Netflix when it all comes out.
Yeah, because we ended up just skipping it because you're coming in the middle. I mean, we watched the whole thing, so we knew what was going on.
I want to watch the whole thing together in one sitting and stuff.
Yeah.
But I love Legends. A lot of people have complained about Legends in the past, that it's all the third level, fourth level characters from all the other shows. They threw them together, they put them on a time machine and let them go. That's why I love the show, is because it is third level, fourth level, fifth level characters on a time machine and let them go and be stupid and be silly and whatever. One of my favorite episodes they ever did was last season with George Lucas.
Yeah.
And they went back and they helped George Lucas write the first Star Wars stuff.
Yeah.
But this season,
It's getting better with age, by the way. Every season.
We've been talking about it. I've been talking online with a couple people over the last couple of days because I was posting that we were watching this season, and binging the whole thing. And the first 8 episodes of that first season is a rough watch. You have to watch it. It's like the first 4 or 5 episodes of Breaking Bad. Like you're like, are we done? But you have to watch it to understand, to set up the universe and everything. And it's gotten progressively better. They fucked up time last year, and this year the episode starts and they're standing in New York City, and there's a T-Rex running by, and Big Ben's in there, and Roman soldiers go whizzing by. And this season they had Julius Caesar, P.T. Barnum, Barack Obama, Elvis Presley, the fucking BEEBO, a freaking blue Tickle Me Elmo thing, was in multiple episodes. He becomes a god. He ends up being the big monster that fights the big monster at the end of the season. It's just like BEEBO. It's ridiculously fun, stupid, has super amounts of heart, and you laugh at every episode. You're always laughing at Mickey. And you're always like questioning he was Rory on freaking Doctor Who.
Rip.
You're always questioning what Rip's doing, and Kitty Lutz is like the lead of the show now. She's the White Canary from Arrow and all that stuff, and they do all this crossover stuff. The Crisis on Earth X and Grog, the psychic gorilla is on this episode. He's actually
in this season a lot.
Yeah, and Damien Dark's in this season, and it's just so you're just like, if you watch it by itself outside of the Arrowverse, it makes total sense.
Oh yeah.
If you're watching it within the Arrowverse with Arrow and Flash and Supergirl, you're getting all the other references, and people are showing up and crossing over and doing different shows.
Yeah.
Love this season.
Yeah. And they got Wally.
Yes. The cool thing about Legends, too, is that the cast is fluid.
Right. I mean, they said that probably at the end of the first season or the beginning of the second season, because the guy that plays Rip, that played Rory, left to go back and do another Broadchurch. So that's when Katie Lux's character became the captain, and they kind of said, yeah, we'd always planned on the cast being kind of a revolving door. Now they've got a couple that have stayed for
Brandon Roth, Katie Lutz.
Katie Lutz have stayed for the whole time. On,
and then Mick, who was on Prison Break with Whitworth Miller. Whitworth actually left the show to go do season 2 of Prison Break, and the guy who plays Mick went with him for a couple episodes. So he was gone, and like episode 2. They start talking about they're on the jump ship, and they start talking about this mission that they're going to go on, and they're like, so we're going to go in there, and we're going to break into this prison, and we're going to do all this stuff, and then we're going to get him out, and we'll jump out. And he's sitting over there drinking a beer. He sits up, and he's like, we're doing a prison break?
I always want to do a prison break.
Oh, my God. This show is so meta. The third episode, they talk about... it's got P.T. Barnum, and it's got... Oh, we were just talking about him.
P.T. Barnum is played by Billy Zane.
Billy Zane, and and one half of Firestorm. Wait, I have it open. I can tell you right now. This is why we leave IMDb open. It's that one right there. So the other half of Firestorm is 2 characters, right? And one is called Gray. They call him Gray. Where is he? Victor Barber, who plays Dr. Martin Stein, and he plays one half of this nuclear. I'm just making sure of the thing. This nuclear-powered Firestorm guy,
right?
And Victor was actually in Titanic, and Billy Zane was in Titanic. And so they were making a joke while they're on the jump ship about we could always go to the Titanic and make sure it doesn't sink or whatever. Yeah. And Dr. Stein's like, I am never going to the Titanic.
Yeah.
Like, he just like, it's like, it's never happening. I'm never going. And so they make meta jokes like that all the time on the show.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix. The cool thing about the CW is as soon as the season's over, like, that's like 2 days after the season is over, they drop the entire season. They don't make you wait 9 months or whatever.
Yeah.
They drop it right away.
Yep.
So now that we've gotten done with that, Arrow and Flash are going to be getting done here pretty soon. We'll probably do Arrow. And then I've been told Flash comes around about mid part of the season.
Maybe midsummer when we have nothing better to do.
Yeah.
We'll watch it over a weekend or something.
That's kind of what we did this weekend. We didn't have a whole lot going on, and so we 18 episodes. We ripped through it in 2 days.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
So so that was what we had to talk about this week. I'm sure there's a whole bunch of other stuff going on. They're doing another Maleficent with Angelina Jolie.
Whatever.
They're making another Annabelle creation because horror movies are making $1 gazillion, and there's some movie out this weekend that is a giant black hole of money
and information. That's all anybody wants to talk about.
and information. There is a great meme going around, and it's Kevin Feige just doing the whole making it rain.
Making it rain.
With a big smile.
And now Deadpool 2 people are like, fuck.
Well, there was a reason why they moved around the dates. That's why Rampage moved,
I know, but
and that's why
2 weeks. That's not.
Yeah.
That's not a lot. We'll have to see what kind of disposable income people really have.
I think there's going to be some excitement about Deadpool 2 as well received as it was. The first one was. It's not going to make, if it makes $100 million opening weekend, I think they'll take that.
Yeah.
I think the big concern for a lot of people is Solo. All the issues that happened, everything that's going on.
Apparently, this little short that came out really makes some people feel like, okay, it was a fun set. There was,
that one. If it makes for back to the box office predictions, like I care. I'm going to make a prediction. If it makes 140, 150, I think they might be happy with that. It's not a saga movie. And with all the stuff that's going on and trying to reintroduce a different person playing Han Solo, there could be some issue there. That might be one of the ones with the word of mouth that it has a really small drop off from 1 week to the next.
And slow burn.
And for us, that's Comic-Con weekend. So we'll go see it Thursday, and then spend the weekend at Comic-Con and see and do all that stuff. So I'm super excited. We got our bracelets today for Comic-Con. So what do you guys think of all the stuff that's going on? Was there something in the news that we missed? It's very possible. We're very, very busy right now, but we still wanted to see you guys because we missed you. It's been a day and a half since we've seen you. So please give us a comment and tell us what you saw in the news that we missed. Maybe we'll talk about it next week. Like this video. Like we said, please subscribe to the channel or ring the bell, bitch. And also follow us on all of our social media platforms. Pop Culture Cult on Facebook, Pop Culture Cult 1 on Instagram, Pop_Cult 1 on Twitter. We're on Stardust. We read and react. We react to everything. Download it for free.
We watch and react.
Sometimes we read or have people read to us. I'm going to bed now. BEEBO!